This guy I never heard of, Robert Emenager. Apparently, he's a science fiction writer. Spent his whole life saying UFOs and aliens are real, and spent his whole life saying the moon landings are real.
Wait, Bart, I got to stop you right there for 1 second because Robin had this theory one time. He's like, what if, like the government had people working in the Hollywood industry making certain science fiction movies to like, about aliens, certain things like that and stuff. Do you think that people in the scientific stuff in Hollywood, do you think that they could be influenced by government to release certain type of films to maybe get used to stuff like how the UFO thing they're trying to throw in our face and all this type of stuff
Oh,
now?
absolutely. That's an established fact through uncovered documents from the government. They started using Hollywood as propaganda during World War II. And and I don't know if it's true, but let's say if World War II was a acceptable war to the degree that it was right to defend our friends, England and France. Let's just, under those conditions, when people's morale is low, their sons and their fathers and brothers are going there. Is it okay for Hollywood to do positive films about the war and bombing and success and victory? I think it's okay, personally. You know what I mean? When you're on a date, you're accentuating the positive. You put on your nice shirt. Is that really lying?
Yeah.
However, unfortunately, when the war ended and there was no other reason to do that, they kept doing it. So in 1947, I believe they wrote a law that the government cannot use propaganda anymore. The war's over. And maybe some of that propaganda, I wasn't alive at the time, could have been misinformation. They could have intentionally leaked things to throw the leadership of Germany off, and technically lied to the American people in the process. I don't know. However, the CIA was created around the same time. And I think it was Truman was president at the time. He said signing the order to create the CIA was the biggest mistake of his presidency. He said they are accountable to nobody. They're their own entity. They're their own nation, like the Vatican, like DC, District of Columbia. And, the CIA repeatedly goes on national TV and publishes articles boasting that they executed, assassinated democratically elected people of other countries. Well, that's illegal, and they're just boasting about it out in the open. They lie all the time, and that's wrong. It's illegal to do that. And then after the quiz show scandal, which happened, I think, in 1958, by the way, Time magazine had on their cover, this guy's the smartest man in America. He won the latest quiz show, the national quiz show. Yeah. Well, he won because they gave him the answers in advance, because everyone liked him. It was rigged, right? Time magazine was wrong. Time magazine also said men on the moon. They were wrong. They passed on false information, probably unknown. Yeah. So after that, Congress wrote a law. You cannot use television to deceive people. Well, the moon landing is using television to deceive people, isn't it? You see?
Yeah.
And then one of the clips, my book has 16 interactive clips. And one of the clips is, believe it or not, the Zapruder film synchronized with Dan Rather's description of it, because they didn't show it. No, he said, trust me. Let me describe it for you. Yeah. So we have the Zapruder film going by with Dan Rather telling the world what's in the Zapruder film. And he says, after the third fatal shot, you see Kennedy's head go violently forward, when in fact it's going violently backward. He said the exact opposite of the truth. You see? That's using television to deceive people again. And so this is very dangerous.
Talking with the source.